Hey everybody, this is Dan Blackwell. Today is August 21st, 2020, and I wanted to shoot a quick video. As we are often asked, especially in uncertain times, what's going on in the marketplace from investors. And there's always curiosity from owners in the market wondering, what are other investors doing? Are they buying? Are they selling? Are they holding tight? What's their views within the marketplace? So we just completed an investor survey within our market. This was a targeted survey to owners of apartment buildings between 10 and 150 apartment units within Orange County and the surrounding areas. Some of these owners have multiple properties, and it was a targeted approach really to give good information to the viewers of this video. So 53 investors completed the survey, and here's the data, and here are the questions that we asked them. And this is really tied around the second half of 2020 and what's going to take place. So the first question we asked is, what is your approximate equity position within your multifamily properties? And 95% of owners that completed the survey have at least 40% equity within their apartment buildings. Next question is, do you believe rent collections will remain stable for the second half of the year? 60% of owners that replied to the survey believe that rent collections and rental levels will remain stable for the second half of the year. And this is really coincides with the rent survey collection videos that our teams put together throughout COVID. And month over month, we've seen at least collections at 90% plus. And so the market most likely will remain stable, even though there's no surety through it. There's some uncertainty ahead of us. Most investors believe that we will have a stable rent collection within the marketplace. And if we can provide a little link here below to some of those videos that we put out, good information to check out there. Okay, so moving on. Next question. What is your estimation on where property values will be for the second half of the year? This was pretty mixed reviews. We had all different various type of answers. So 25% of owners believe that values will be higher for the second half of the year, within 10% higher than where they are now. 25% of owners think the market's going to be flat, and we're not going to have any appreciation or depreciation within the marketplace. And 50% of owners believe values of apartment buildings are going to come down for the second half of the year. Now, of those folks that think values are going to come down, 50% believe values are going to drop within 10% of where they are now, and 50% believe values are actually going to drop 10 to 20% in value. And again, that's all over the board. There's a lot of uncertainty with what's going on in the market right now. That's why you're getting various viewpoints. I would mention that, even if prices do happen to drop 10 or 20% in value, there's going to be, most owners are going to have plenty of equity within their apartment buildings. So that's a good point to know. It's just due to what's going to happen in November. I think a lot of uncertainties tied around that, tied around all these new propositions and assembly bills, and it's just a lot it's very overwhelming right now for owners. And it feels like there's just so much out there getting proposed that something might stick. And that's why people feel that we could see some further softening. So we will see on that. Okay, do you plan on purchasing units this year? 40% said yes, 40% said no, and 20% are undecided. And we also asked, next question is, what rates of return are you seeking to purchase an apartment building? What kind of cap rates are you looking for? And what types of cash on cash are you looking for? So 80% of the owners that reply to the survey are looking for at least a 4 to 5% cap rate in place and a 4 to 5% cash on cash return. Next question is, do you plan on completing a 1031 exchange in the second half of the year? Only 25% of investors said yes, 10% are undecided, and 65% said no. The next question is, do you plan on selling a multifamily property and cashing out the second half of the year? 80% of folks said no, not selling and cashing out. Only 10% said yes, and 10% said maybe. So that data suggests that a lot of people are just sitting on the sidelines, waiting things out, taking the wait and see approach, wanting to see what happens through the remainder of the year. And the last question we asked is, are you considering completing a 1031 exchange out of state? 60% of owners said, yes, I am. And that's definitely an uptick. We've always seen a constant stream of capital flowing out of California, going into Texas, Arizona, Florida, Utah. And we have connected investors that are looking to exchange out of California. This uptick, we've clipped them in with our local professionals within those submarkets to help them exchange. And we're actually putting a few transactions together now. But that is an uptick, and that's because of the uncertainty. So that's basically it. That's the update. Hopefully you found this information to be of value. Myself and the team, we really strive to put together good content that hopefully you find of value and helps you make the best informed decisions moving forward. If you have any questions or considering your options and you want a one-on-one conversation, feel free to reach out to myself or anyone on the team. We're here to help and we're happy to do so. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.